Thank you for joining us, everyone. Let's get into our next conversation now. President Bola Tinubu is set to submit the longer-awaited ministerial list as the National Assembly expect to unveil same today in response to Nigerians' yearning or demand for economic growth. And according to presidential aide, the president intentionally delayed the submission of the list to ensure its inclusivity and alignment with the best interest of the country. President Bola Tinubu emphasized that his decision for the next 4 years, including the ministerial list, will be best by what is best for Nigeria, prioritizing national interest over political considerations. Well, so let's get talking now. For more insight, we've been joined by Nabila Mohammed, a research analyst, Chapel Hill, Denham Limited. She joins us virtually now to look at the expected or expectations of ministerialists as President Tinubu in last hour rush. High expectations to unveil his list there. So thank you for joining us, Nabila. It's good to see you again.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And so it looks like, the president is in the last hour rush now to meet up with the constitutional requirement of 60-day. So it's just about 24 hours for the 60-day to elapse. So what is likely to change? Although we do know that the National Assembly is set to unveil the list today. So talk to us about this.
Yes, true to what you said, we are expecting the list to be officially announced today, and our expectations are centered around the fact that we expect the president to have nominated mostly technocrats on that list, just to ensure that this set of people will provide long-lasting solutions to Nigeria's problems or Nigeria's issues across different sectors. If we have that kind of setting, would expect to see that there will be a quick positive policy impact on Nigerians, and it will sort of, give Nigerians the relief that things would be sorted out or things would be resolved for them as quickly as possible. So our expectations really is that the list would have, very skilled individuals of high standing that would, provide directional leadership in their various ministries in terms of, coming up with solutions to issues, whether it's in the agri space, in the oil and gas space, when it comes to finance matters, when it comes to power, when it comes to health and education. All these are key sectors that Nigerians would want to see very high-standing individuals lead in order to provide support to all the sufferings that the Nigerians are facing with regards to certain policy reforms.
All right. The president said that his decision for the next 4 years, including the ministerial list, will be guided by what is best for Nigeria. He's saying that he's placing the national interest ahead of political consideration. So, but if you look at the newspaper Nation published some of the names that are expected in the list, which include the former governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, and then of course Wike, former governor of Rivers State, Oyetola, former governor of Osun State, and a host of them. These individuals, a lot of people have questioned that why should the president, this of course was published today by the Nation newspaper, why should this name be found in the supposedly expected list of the president for his ministerial list? So talk to us you talk about individuals who can man specific sectors of the economy, but some also have said that perhaps are not going to see anything different from rewarding his political associate. So what do you have to say about this?
So I would say that various media outfits have, come up with different lists or speculated names that would be on that list.
Mm.
But until the list is officially released and we see the names that have, gotten to that list, the 43 names that have been submitted, that's when we would really confirm if those names are really there. However, every leader, with in particular, is wants to put his followers' interests at heart when making decisions. So we would expect that the president would have considered the individuals that would, spearhead these ministries and direct them to places that are in line with his policy documents in terms of making life easy for Nigerians, or what he called renewed hope. And while I would not want to give certain names because there are individuals that in their respective fields, they have done certain things that would expect the president to look out for and
Mm.
consider when assigning them to the different ministries. So until the list is officially released and we know for sure whose names are on that list, all we can do right now is expect and hope that the names on that list are names of individuals that are of high standing, that would, provide long-lasting solutions, as I've earlier said, to the problems faced by the individual ministries and departments and agencies.
Mm. I mean, of course, in the light of these high expectations, I didn't know before now that a lot of Nigerians, even politicians, have been expecting that this list should hit the public domain. Let's see, let's scrutinize, who and who we are expected to see in the president's cabinet. But beyond, quality, and you talk about beyond quality, beyond people of character, there's also what we call national interest, right? People who are patriotic in nature. Does it matter where they have to come from, whether it's the ruling party or the opposition? So can we also bring that conversation of let these conversations spread across political lines and ethnic interest and affiliations?
Yes, the list, for the president to come up with that list, he has to consider the 36 states. At least one person nominated on that list should be each state should be represented on that list. And there are if there are situations where we have more people that are, capable of doing the job, regardless of their state background or what, trying to cut across, all states. As far as there's someone that can actually get the job done,